Thank you. Bliss, love, and lavender. It's Nubia K. Sade here, and today we're going to talk about how you can keep your vibrations high. Something I've been doing for a very long time is traveling. And when I travel, I'm always studying human behavior. And furthermore, I'm always studying how I respond and how I react to human behavior. And the more I study, and the more I observe, the more I realize I control my vibrational frequency, which means that I can control how I feel about anything that's happening. Keeping your vibrational frequency high allows you to be the healthy, wealthy, radiant, beautiful person you were born to be. When you have a high vibrational system and you have a vibrational frequency, you're less likely to get sick. Your digestive system works so much better, and you become this marvelous magnetic force and energy that people love being around. And you get to enjoy your own joy, happiness, upbeat feel. This high vibrational frequency is more than just raising your vibration through meditation. It is a lifestyle. So I'm going to share with you I have about 6 things here that I do to keep my vibrational frequency high. And see, because all of these things I'm going to tell you are input focused and input based, which means it does not matter who's around me, what I'm doing. I control what I deposit into myself, which results in my high vibrational frequency. As a result, I am the favorite in all family dynamics, in all homegirl dynamics. I tend to be the favorite. Why? People love to feel good. Don't you love to feel good? And when they are around other people and you become a person that's always feeling good within their own self, you become desirable. People want to be around you. People want to consult with you, convert with you, hang with you, create with you, partner with you, collab with you, travel with you, love you. People want to be a part of your world because it's a party. Why? Because your vibrational frequency is high. So let's get into it. First things first, understanding that frequency has levels, and I will, in some way, shape, or form, connect a link where you can be able to see the different vibrational frequencies. But when I discovered this chart and I seen the different levels of frequencies that we can operate on, I said, oh my goodness, it's levels to this. That's a saying that I always say, like, oh yeah, that's cool, but it's levels. Oh yeah, that's cute, but it's levels. So when I seen that frequency actually had levels, I began to dig deeper. I said, okay, I want to learn more about this. So the highest vibrational frequency, when you look up the chart, I mean, you can look it up on Google, but when you look up the chart, you'll be able to see that enlightenment is the highest vibrational frequency. So if you take nothing else away from today's talk, or you remember nothing else, remember that enlightenment is the highest vibrational frequency. So what could that mean? What does that mean? What does that matter to you? Any time you expand your mind, your vibrational frequency goes up. That aura, that glow that everyone likes about you, it gets brighter. That magnetism gets stronger. Your joy in life, it just gets more joyous. And the enlightenment that I'm talking about, awareness, observation, learning something new, learning more about yourself. I would say I started my personal development journey years ago when I first realized like motivation and development was a thing. I was so into it. I went on this incredible journey. I was doing network marketing, which is a field where you're always going to develop. Like if you ever want to go on like an extreme personal development journey, join a network marketing team. It'll teach you so much about yourself. And also, you'll be engulfed in personal development because that's what everyone's talking about. And that's how you get better with selling to people, marketing to people, having people to join your team. It was an incredible, maybe 10 years of my life. I was doing different network marketing teams, companies, selling different products. It taught me so much. And that's when I was reading the most. That's when I was audiobooking the most. That's when I was journaling the most. That's when I had my stories and my marketing skills. Like I was so skilled and I was so in my energy bag because I was always developing, which means I was always at that vibrational frequency of enlightenment. This meant that money was easier to come by. Sales were easier to close. I was able to navigate through life just so effectively. Those 10 years of development where I was in this enlightened energy is exactly what I still embody. So, although I'm not in network marketing anymore, I took the ritualistic lifestyle of enlightenment and I said, yes, this is a way of life. This is a way of life. This is not a pick up, put down. This is a way of life. So remember that enlightenment is the highest vibrational frequency. You want to raise your frequency? Learn something new or dig deeper into something you already know. And I have a phenomenal suggestion. If you get so obsessed about mastering yourself and you learn all the things, all the human design, the life path, the zodiac, if you're into that, right? The zodiac. And even if you're not into zodiac signs, going through and understanding what your archetype is. How do you love? How do you respond? What are your triggers if you have any? How do those manifest in the way you behave? Like, what's your style? What's your pizzazz? Like, if your mood and your energy had a color, what would that color be? What are your scents? Like, if you dive really deep into learning more about yourself, which is something that I'm always in. I love learning more about me because one who masters themselves, they can master their life, right? So take a deep dive into learning more about yourself, and you'll have that peak of enlightenment. And that frequency is something that will stay consistent in your world if you make it a lifestyle. If you can make it a lifestyle, that would be amazing. And here are some key things that you can do to make it a lifestyle. I have my notes here, so let's get into it. Number one, only putting life in the body. So I'm plant-based, but that's because it's in alignment with my DNA and my blood type. I believe you should eat for your blood type. So, because that's my belief, and I've discovered through, again, my personal development journey, my blood type calls for plants and alive foods that are living. So no death, no dead animal. It doesn't thrive in my body. My digestive system does not like it. My immune system said, "Psh, when I want that, don't give me that, right?" So I thrive off of plants. But I say that to say, even if you have a diet that requires you to eat meat, depositing life into your body keeps you feeling alive. I remember I did eat meat once upon a time, and that every time I would eat the meat, I would feel like the animal that I just ate. And it's true, you are what you eat. I remember I had a pretty much a non-disciplined diet, so I would eat whatever it is I decided. And so, because I would eat whatever I decided, I noticed that the way I looked, I thought that was how I looked until I changed my diet. When I changed my diet, I began to get higher cheekbones. I said, when did I get high cheekbones? What? My neck became thinner. Oh my goodness, my negligee started to look like Angela Bassett. I said, oh my goodness. The inflammation from the food that was not in alignment with my diet, excuse me, with my blood type, it was inflaming my body. And as a result, I was still very beautiful. But honey, the way I look now, the way I feel now, the way I present myself now, it's more like a lively plant, like a rose, like a beautiful flower versus a pig. And I'm going to be very transparent. And if you eat pork, you probably know. When I used to eat pork, I would find myself having mucus in the back of my throat and hacking often, like when I would wake up. This is from the mucus. This is from the bacteria from the pork. And if you think about hacking, that sounds like a pig, right? And so, same thing in reference to a cow, right? A cow has a really big back, doesn't it? Right? Now, my back has never really been big, let me be clear. However, the shape of my body defined to be more of a human when I cleared my diet of those things. Again, this is in alignment with my blood type. So, if you don't know what your blood type is, you can, of course, always ask your doctor. You should have some form of paperwork where your blood was drawn, and it'll have your blood type on there. So ask your doctor, go into your mind chart or go into your documents and find out what that is. So that way you can start eating in alignment with your blood type and depositing the things that you need. Now, regardless of your diet, and sometimes I'll go a little deep with that because I'm very passionate about food. Okay. Because I am very aware of what's happening with food in 2024, going 2025, primarily in the United States. Okay. So now putting life into my body. Now, because I put life into my body, I am able to be alive. I am able to be happy and joyous. And even if I eat me a really big meal like I had last night, I made some curry chickpea stew, one of my favorites. And I did not have the itis. I did not feel sleepy. I didn't feel sluggish. I felt full, warm, and very satisfied. So, number one, put life into your body. Despite what your blood type is, put life into your body. And if you have a blood type that doesn't thrive or doesn't benefit from meat, take it out. Do what's best for you. You want to keep your vibrational frequency high by nourishing yourself with your lively, alive intake. It's gotten to a point where, yes, I'm plant-based, but I love to cook. Okay. I love to cook. I cook very, very Caribbean like. Okay, so I curry my chickpeas and I jerk my mushrooms. Okay, I'm even starting to do more raw food and eat more raw. Like, okay, yeah, you'll have onions in the soup, but how about you just eat the onions raw? Like, keep the onions out when you're cooking and just add it on top of it when you're eating. Right? Just making those choices to keep yourself with lively foods inside of you as much as possible. So that's number one. That's very important to me. Furthermore, including my diet, I don't smoke or drink. I haven't like smoking has never been my thing. Like, of course, in high school, you would try the marijuana, right? It wasn't my thing. It wasn't in alignment with my personality and how I thrive. I'm very energetic, I'm very optimistic, and I am very just energetically fertile, which means that smoking did not benefit me. Drinking also did not benefit me. I didn't see myself as my optimal, most highest self when I would drink alcohol. And then I further learned, and this is something that you probably know, and if you don't know, please listen up. They call alcohol wine and spirits. Why is this? Well, if you think about what alcohol does, alcohol opens up. It opens you up and it opens up your energetic space and field. Think of it as your spirit. It opens up your spirit for other spirits to come in and join the party. Now, the thing about this is that you're not in control of the spirits that come in. It may be based on your environment. It may be based on anything that you're suppressing. It may be some soul ties, some really, really old soul ties. It might be some traumatic experiences. It may be some karma. You are not in control of the spirits that come inside of your body when you are under the influence of alcohol. This means that this is very dangerous, right? So This is the reason why people have this, oh, I was drunk last night, right? They were drunk last night. I was drinking last night. I don't remember what happened. Oh, girl, you went home with that guy. You don't remember? No, that wasn't that don't sound like me because it wasn't you. It was a spirit that was now present and doing whatever it wanted to do. Your spirit is so precious and so sacred that like leaving your spirit out in the open for any other spirit or energy to come in and do whatever it wants to do, like that's a huge liability. That's extremely dangerous, in my opinion. See, you are highly valuable. You are an asset. And when you're an asset, it's just certain things you can't do. It's just certain things you must avoid. It's certain things that are liabilities that may seem like an average thing to an average person. For an example, so I'm out and about at a gathering, and there's some pastries there. I love me some sweets, and there's some pastries there. Man, I really want that little brownie. That little brownie looks so. That little brownie got some peanuts and some M&Ms, and oh, that's so good. But I know what dairy does to my system. It's too much of a liability for me to have the now pleasure and then for my digestive system to take me out for 2 weeks because now I'm sick and I'm bedridden because my body has rid dairy for years and it does not commute, it doesn't comprehend and communicate with me saying, oh yeah, just a little bit, just a little bit. No, 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 no. It's going to take whatever it is that I give it and process it through my system. And if it's not the life that I'm used to feeding it, I will suffer. And that's too much of a liability. So think to yourself, and again, I'm not an extremist, but I am very, very strict when it comes to you being an asset and you prioritizing your well-being. And here's the thing. Here's what my grandmother always told me. When you know better, you do better. Okay. So when I've learned these different things through my personal development journey, I cannot know and then don't do better. It's like, what am I communicating to myself? That I have a bunch of knowledge and it's not applied? How wise is that? How valuable is that really? Does it even make sense for me to develop if I'm not going to do anything with what I learn? Right? Ask yourself those questions. So, no smoking, no drinking. And because I don't smoke or I don't drink, I have very consistent personality. You're going to get me every single time. Every single time you're going to get me. I'm predictable, right? My personality is predictable. I'm not going to say I'm fully predictable, a little spontaneity here and there. I am an Aquarius. However, my personality is very consistent, right? So, with that being said, I personally have a social circle of others who don't drink or smoke. Well, why is that? Why does everyone have to be like you, Nubia? Like, does that mean everyone does not have to be like me, but I can be very, very picky on the energy that I want around me. I can be very, very picky of the habitual lifestyle that I live. And because I protect it and I want it to grow, I only surround myself around those who are just as serious about their internal health because they know that that is the true wealth, right? So, something to think about, something to consider. Drinking and smoking is like, I mean, smoking isn't good for you, no matter what you smoke. I mean, drinking isn't really designed to be good for you either. I know they say wine is healthy, but I mean, you could get you some grapes. And so if you say to yourself, girl, I love my wine though, but like I like my drink sometimes. It's a wine down vibe. I got a substitute for you. So I take me some tea, preferably a cinnamon chai like tea, and I will put me some cayenne pepper in that tea and some agave. It can be maple syrup or honey or agave, whatever you want for your sweetener. But cayenne pepper does this really, really unique thing. It puts your body in this tantric like vibe. And so I thought it was just me at first. So I recommended this to a young lady who I actually met her a few months ago, and she was saying, yeah, I'm doing this fasting. She was doing a biblical fast with her church or something like that. She's like, yeah, girl, I'm missing my wine. I said, girl, honey, let me tell you something. Get you some tea, get you some cayenne pepper, about a little shake, get you some agave, mix that thing up and drink it. And see how your body feel. You're gonna feel like you had a glass of wine. And it's healthy. Cayenne pepper is healthy for your system. There you go. Now you're pouring life into you're depositing life into your body and you get the benefits, the herbal benefits, and you feel good and you got that feel good that you want and that satisfactory feeling and that feeling of pleasure. I mean, we all want pleasure. But what we can do is use our creative energy to always find a healthy alternative. Aren't we worth that? Aren't we worth the research? Like, aren't we worth like trying to see if we even like it? You know, something to consider. So number one was a little long, but it's very potent. What you deposit inside of your body, inside of your system, everybody feel it. Everybody feel it. And guess what? Your body rewards you when you make this a priority, depositing life into your body. When you make it a priority, like your body will thank you. It's to the point now where it's like, if I tell, and let me tell you the reason why this is important. If I tell my body, calm down, you're safe. If, I'm in the car and there's almost a very, very close call, I can place my hands on my heart and I can say, you're safe, calm down. And I can speak life over my body, and my body is responsive and it is cooperative. So there's a huge benefit to purifying your body. Your body becomes more cooperative to your word. It's times where I feel, okay, I'm traveling, excuse me, and I get the feel like, oh, was that a sneeze too many? Oh, huh? Oh. When I get that feel, when I get any feel that I may be getting sick, the first thing I do is talk to my body. You're fine. Your immune system about to do its thing and show you the reason why we're good. We're good. What you need? Okay, let's get you some tea, some cayenne pepper. Okay. Let's get a few cups of that tea. Okay, let's steam up. Let's get room warm. Let's meditate. Let's raise our vibe. You cannot stay sick with a high vibrational frequency. Do you know that if you are feeling sick, that could be mentally sick, emotionally sick, physically sick, if you raise your vibrational frequency, it won't be too long before you get well. So your healing process gets expedited based on your frequency. So you'll find that people who usually have a high vibrational frequency and live in that energy, they don't really get sick like that, despite the weather. I travel often. I see snow here, desert there. I'm in eternal spring here, 98, 90, 100 degrees here, right? Now, when I decided that I was gonna go all the way in with this lifestyle, it had me choosing better for myself in all areas. So when you say yes to discipline growing up, hearing the word discipline and just even hearing it now is like discipline, oh, contraction, oh, I don't want to. But discipline has began to be so sexy. And when you start to develop your mind and you stay in that frequency of enlightenment, you realize that discipline is extremely sexy. Now, I love fluidity. I love flexibility. That's the feminine energy. Discipline is a container where you can flow within your feminine energy. So let's move on to number two, living a ritualistic lifestyle. I talked about this very briefly, but living a ritualistic lifestyle. So when you live life ritualistically, you don't have to think about it. So I have this rule in my life. Like the first part of my day is extremely sacred. So the first half of the day is extremely feminine. It's the feminine part of the day. Early in the AM to like early afternoon. Very feminine part of the day. This is the reason why we wake up, movement is a little bit slower, or it should be slower. Slow your movement down when you first wake up. This is when you are in that dreamy, still dreamy energy. Okay. You're in that meditative space. I have this rule. I do all my rituals, no matter if it's for 5 minutes or 50 minutes, they get done. My prayer, my meditation, my affirmation, like they get done. Sometimes I'm doing multiple at one time. Sometimes I'm making up the bed and praying because I know today gonna be busy and maybe I got a little bit too much sleep. And now instead of 1 hour, I got 30 minutes. Okay. I'm still making up the bed and praying. Excuse me, I'm still saying affirmations and speaking life over myself while I'm making up the bed. I'm still gonna go to the prayer rug, okay, and check in with my creator and say, you know what? Long day, fast day. So grateful. Thank you. Today's gonna be amazing. I appreciate you. Show me what I need to see. But I'm deployed in my purpose. And I thank you every single day for reminding me of how favored I am. Like, continue to show me how good it's going to get. And I'll continue to do my thing. Love you. Okay. Something fast like that. My prayer is very relational based. So my prayer sounds like a conversation. And that is how I'm able to keep things very ritualistic. Sometimes when we have rituals and we have different habits and self-care routines, we glamorize it, which is amazing. Like I'm a glamour girl, so I say glamorize everything, absolutely. But when it gets to a point where it has to be glamorous in order for you to do it, okay, let's make it more simple so that way it's more attainable and achievable. So that way we do it. So that could be 3 minutes of pouring life into yourself while walking to the restroom. While walking, well, a walk wouldn't be 3 minutes, but while walking to the restroom, while making up your bed, while showering, like your showers can be sacred for you and to you, right? So just keeping that in mind, making your rituals a lifestyle, a ritualistic lifestyle. Next, number 3, frequent lens check. Frequently checking your lens. Oftentimes, if I'm feeling away or if I feel like someone was trying to like throw a shot or be funny, or someone was being sarcastic, or I'm having an interaction with someone and it seems a little off, or I feel offended, or I feel like something needs to be said, or whatever that is. I've gotten into the habit of checking my lens before I check anybody. Now, I'm the opposite of unconfrontational. I'll have a conversation, a difficult conversation, just like that. I have a high level of emotional intelligence, so those things don't bother me, and I'm not like scared by them or anxious by them. I regulate myself through the whole entire conversation and we get to a solution and it's fine. However, before I check anyone, I check myself. I ensure like, okay, the lens that you are wearing right now, what are you seeing? Are you seeing someone offending you? And at the time, maybe it feels valid, but when you check your lens and you say, well, if someone's offending me, that would mean that in so many ways I'm a victim. Hmm. Is that the lens I want to wear right now? Or should I wear a lens of just being an observer? Should I wear this lens of being maybe a teacher or a coach in this moment and asking the person more questions so I can actually understand what they mean by what they said? Because maybe they did not mean what they said. Check your lens. And of course, it's a time and a place for everything. But when you check your lens before you check anyone else, you are being thorough. And when you are thorough, you are less reactive, you're taking less energy, and you are able to be regulated and maintain a level of emotional intelligence. Check your lens before you check anyone else. Check your lens. So that's 3, 4. Times of frustration. When you get frustrated, agitated, irritated, we can do this thing, like we can do this thing where we can count how many things are going wrong and why they're going wrong and why they are wrong. And like we can go down this humongous rabbit hole of wrong. However, when you ask yourself this question, it immediately puts you back in your high vibrational frequency. What do I need right now? You're upset. You're upset. I talk to myself like I'm my own mother. Okay, if you want to really, if you want to really maintain a level of self-nurturing, act like your mother to yourself. Okay, baby, what do you need though? What do you need? Okay, that's what's okay, but what do you need? Oh, you're frustrated by that? Okay, well, what do you need? Okay, this is going, okay, what do you need? So when you ask yourself, what is it that you need? You start to become a solutionist, which means that you start thinking and digging for more information, for a solution. So now you're becoming more solution based. So this raises your vibrational frequency because you're going from a place of victim to victor to solutionist. Okay. Next, intentional movement. So I love to dance. Dance is my jam. I love me some Zumba. I love me some dance yoga. I love me some feminine dance therapy. That is a style of dance that I coined where you mix therapy and sensual dance and you get this beautiful mindful movement where you're moving, you're listening to the rhythmic music and you are releasing the things that no longer serve you and you're at the same time, you're also bringing in and pulling in the energy that you want to feel. So you're letting go of what does not serve you, and then you're bringing in the energy that you want to feel. It's happening at the same time. Hmm. Intentional movement. Now, why is this? Well, we know that emotions can get stuck in the body. And if you intentionally move your body while speaking over yourself and imagining any gritty feels just coming out of your aura and coming out of your frequency, and you're just welcoming in this gold, beautiful light of joy and of satisfaction and of pleasure, play, and fluidity and just softness. You're not only dancing and moving your body physically, a change is happening, but also spiritually and energetically, you are releasing the things that no longer serve you and you're calling in the energy and the frequency that you want to feel. So instead of thinking about a feeling, come from the feeling. And you do that by putting the feeling in your body. That's my favorite. One of my favorites. Next one, keeping a list of what is going right. I did this thing. So the note on the iPhone, the note app, my most used tool. I'm usually on the note app. I'm on the note app actually right now, looking at my notes. But I have this note that's pinned at the top of all of my notes because I usually have like 20 notes a day. Nah, maybe 15. Okay, 15 notes a day. I pinned this right at the top. Great things are always happening for me. Good things are always happening to me. Great things are always happening for me. And every day, no matter if it's when I first wake up, midday, right after something happens, or the end of the day, I always make it a point to notate something good that has happened in that day. So now I'm in this habit of recording what's going right. What is it that's going right? Why am I so lucky? Like, why are great things always happening for me? So if any cheap chatter, that's what I call it, and all my clients know that I call it cheap chatter. If any cheap chatter comes in your life and in your world, in your subconscious mind, in your mind while you're doing something, doubt, fear, questions that you know don't belong to you. Anytime that happens, you can always go to your note and say, well, great things are always happening for me. So how could that be true though? And here's the beautiful thing about this documentation. It's not just a, oh yeah, great things are always happening. No, you have documentation. You have documentation and you have proof that your word is bond and you're saying the truth. You're speaking the truth. You have validation. So keeping this track record of, look, great things are always happening for me. Yeah. Put you in an instant state of gratitude. And we know what happens. We know what happens when you are in a state of gratitude. Your vibrational frequency rises. And then last but not least, this is a bonus, staying input focused. Oftentimes we think, well, what do I have to do? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. What do I have to do? What do I have to do? What do I have to do? Well, what do I want to have? What do I want to have? What do I want to have? But oftentimes we forget the foundational piece of manifestation, of desires, of goals, of achievement, of success. It is being, it is your embodiment. So, who is it that I would need to be in order for this to be true? Okay. This is my goal. Okay, I want to partner with this brand. I want to, this year, let's call it 2025. You want this year to be a really big money year for you, right? So you say, I want to partner with this brand. I want this brand to pay me 100K. I want this brand to pay me 100K. And I want to deliver this amount of value and I want to do it in this way. And I want to like this. Now, when this deal happens, I'm going to buy myself this. I'm going to invest here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And typically, what happens when we get all juiced up and we have this like daydream, we're like, oh yeah, let's get it. We start getting into the do. And we totally skip the be. The be, do, have. So you must be the person who does the thing to have the thing. And all the time we just skip. We say, okay, what I need to do? No, baby, who would that person be? Who would that woman be who is getting paid $100,000 for a brand deal? Who, and it looks like this and it looks like that. Who would you have to be? Well, you would have to be organized. You would have to be punctual, right? You would also have to be a very high level communicator. You would have to articulate your values so flawlessly and so charismatically. You would have to be confident when having meetings. You would have to be like, who would you have to be? And when you think of things that way, it's more of an input focused approach of achieving your goals and your desires. And here's the thing. When you are something and you embody something, you embody success, you embody, magnetism, you embody and you are coming from this space. The things that you want, baby, have no choice but to come to you. Because whoever you are being is also the person who's doing the thing to attract the opportunities, to be prepared for the opportunities. And let me just say this one thing. Oftentimes we want something so bad. And we stay in that want, that desire, which is good to know what you desire. It is good to know what you desire. However, I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you and I want to inspire you. Stop wanting it so bad and start living life as if it's already there. Because the moment you start living life like it's already there, it comes to you much faster. And secondly, you don't fumble the ball when it comes. You don't fumble the ball when it comes. You don't sabotage it when it comes. You don't have these icky feelings of unworthiness when it comes. You're able to hold on to it. You're able to multiply it. It stays. Why? Because the feeling and the energy and the emotion of, yeah, I got that. Yeah, I live like that. Yeah, that's my reality. It's so familiar to your nervous system. And now you're not jumping ship, self-sabotaging, or fight or flight in. You're not doing any of those things when it actually do come because you're like, oh yeah, we've been there, done that. We've been there, done that, rock that. That's the vibe. I know how I feel. Oh, okay. It gets to come to me twice. Okay, cool. I'll take it. Okay, when it comes to okay. Because I already lived it. I already lived it. But I mean, if it when it comes twice, cool, cool, we can do that too. Flirt with life. That's another way to raise your vibrational frequency. Flirt with life. Flirt with life like you were a teenage girl. And you were just like, and you had just, it was this cute guy who you were so into. Just when you get around him, he's just so giddy. Even the things that would normally frustrate you or make you upset, it doesn't even bother you. Like you're in this land of flirting. So flirt with life. That will allow you to be so unmovable, emotionally intelligent, and remain in a high vibrational frequency. So I affirm that this video has came right on time for you. And remember, you don't get what you want, baby. You get who you are. So when you maintain a high level vibrational frequency and you stay in that enlightened, curious, optimistic stand energy frequency, you become such a powerful force for good. And the things that you want in life, it's just like knocking on your door, like when you're coming outside. I got some roses for you. Come here. Come here. I got some roses for you. Come. Are you dressed? Are you ready? Okay. Come outside. Yeah, I came here for you. Mm, I came here for you. You ready? Let's go. Listen, raise your vibrational frequency, maintain key, maintain your level of vibrational frequency, a high vibrational frequency. Maintain this by living a ritualistic lifestyle. It's so cute when you do different videos on YouTube or when you have this new thing that you're trying. It's fun, it's cool, but don't use mindfulness, spirituality, motivation for entertainment. It's not supposed to be entertainment, it's supposed to be a way of life. Entertainment versus a ritualistic lifestyle. Okay. So don't get all entertained and just get super obsessed with just consuming a lot of information. Like, make it a lifestyle. Like, start today. With this video, you should be able to like change the way you're doing things. A piece of everything that I said, you should be able to just with your creative energy, you should be able to cultivate a ritualistic lifestyle. See, oftentimes we don't give ourselves enough credit. We think we gotta do all these, I gotta do this, okay. I gotta write everything down, I gotta listen to a bunch of audiobooks. Oh my goodness, she said that she went on a 10-year personal development journey. I gotta do that. No, you can be the creator that you are, that you were called to be. And you can simply take the intuitive nudges that you receive from just listening to a few things that I said. Baby, you can make those changes right now. You got some cayenne pepper right in your cabinet. Okay, you got you some tea. You got a little bit of honey or agave, whatever you like. Honey, you can get that tea right now. Just test out what I said with the feel. Thank me later. Thank me later. You're a creator. There's not much more you really need to do. It's all about who you need to be. So keep them vibes high, Yessie. I'm sending much love to you. It's December. Stay warm and start inside of your heart. And you got a little cayenne pepper. This was such a very well needed video. So I'm grateful and thankful that you're here with me today. If you find this video helpful, definitely go ahead on and like it and comment if you want to share something with me that was valuable to you. And subscribe to my channel because I will be back for more. I love you so much, and you deserve so much. And you can start receiving what you deserve by being the person. And you'll be surprised. All the knocks that come on your door and say, "Hey, are you ready? Are you dressed? I want to come see you. I heard this is where the party at. Can I join?" Sure. I'm ready because I live a ritualistic lifestyle. So, I mean, I'm always ready. So, enjoy your day, enjoy your holiday, enjoy your week, and we'll be back for more. Thank you so much. Send this video to someone who needs to hear it. Keep your vibrational frequency high. Check out the chart, look it up on Google. It's available everywhere. Vibrational frequency chart, and keep yours up. Until next time, I love you.